I guess I've always found myself to go above and beyond at anything I've done. To me, if I'm going to do something, I want to do it the right way. I don't want to leave anything on the table. For as long as I remember as a teacher, that's been who I am. My goal has always been to make music memorable for the students that I teach, to give them an experience that goes beyond the notes on the page and goes beyond a concert. I try to give my students a complete music education that not only connects with all other classes and disciplines, but also allows for students to explore more about themselves as people. Music is so much more than just playing an instrument and learning notes. As humans, we can learn so much about the world around us through music. I always find myself weaving in those life skills whenever I'm working with students. I remember once when I was teaching band in an urban school, where disrespect, bullying, and behavior problems were the norm. I decided to help affect change in the school culture through music. Our students studied the Korean folk song Arirang. I use it as a way to teach about the fractured history of North and South Korea. We even brought in the mom of one of our band students. She was born in Seoul and described her experiences living in a divided culture. Our students also wrote the lyrics to a new school song. The entire school was involved in this project, students, teachers, and staff members, and contributed ideas of what they wanted their school to be known for, not what it currently was. Band students then assembled the ideas into lyrics matched with a march they were studying and premiered it at their last concert of the year. For a while, I thought that might be one of the bigger challenges I would experience as a teacher. But that was also before the year 2020. COVID changed our entire world in countless ways. It was definitely a unique time to be a teacher. Looking back, I might be one of the only teachers who enjoyed teaching during COVID. Creatively, I never felt more alive.
During COVID, it was very easy for teachers to just do the bare minimal that they could to survive, but Mike actually thrived, and his students did as well. A tremendous standout was the virtual band concert that he organized with all of his band students. During the virtual concert, the students played a piece called Whirlwind from Jodie Blackshaw, who is from Australia, and she talked to the students and gave great feedback on their performance.
What we do as music educators goes so far beyond a performance. If we only focus on what's being performed in a concert, we're essentially teaching to the test. I think one of my favorite things that came out of COVID was a curricular system I created called Fundamental Points that not only teaches students the fundamental elements of being a musician, but also allows students to track themselves in their progress.
One of the biggest impressions that it made on me was that it's very student-centered to the point where I can have conversations about growth with students and they know exactly where I'm coming from. I do believe that one of Mike's strong points is that he clearly invests in their music education. So if we're not there to teach them things like musicality and expression, who's going to? They might hear it and identify that that's within a piece of music, but they've never actually learned it. So that's what Fundamental Points is really great for.
When musicians are given the opportunity to interpret their own musical ideas and decisions, we're only then truly teaching them how to make music. As teachers, nothing matters more than relationships. Relationships are everything in life. As humans, social belonging in all aspects of our lives isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Nothing I do as a music educator matters unless I have an authentic and positive relationship with all of my students.
Probably the best part of Mike and who he is the compassion behind everything that he does in band every day. When kids walk through that door, they know that they are cared about, they're invested in, and probably something super funny and awkward is going to happen during band.
He simply can't be beat. This is federal justice.
And I think that if that can be the best part of their day, walking in and knowing that they've got somebody in that room that really cares about them and is going to make an impact on their day, it's just so important. And why not in band? And I think Mike really gets that.
My main goal isn't for students to be virtuosic musicians. No. My goal is for them to become better versions of themselves through their involvement in music. The study of music challenges us to become more compassionate and empathetic, to create and innovate. It teaches the importance of both individualism and collaboration with others. Dedication teaches camaraderie with others that's simply unmatched. At the end of the day, music makes us better people.